All right, so here we are about to get this championship game underway. And again, anything that I try to say right now will not sound as good as, at least to me, this it's what went through my head a couple of minutes ago, actually, just thinking about what I would say before this game. So I try not to, take too long here. There are some celebrities, some notable faces in attendance for this one here, this game that's being played at Gongshow Garden, up there straddling the border in between Saskatchewan and Montana with ice on either side of it, and uh, the flats of Saskatchewan and the bumps of Montana. And in attendance for this one, Queen Elizabeth actually has come over to see the Goblins play in the championship game. Her Majesty herself is here. She's being accompanied, I believe, by by Nick Boynton, because Craig Rivet had to actually suit up for this game. So she's being escorted around by Nick Boynton just to make sure there's no funny stuff. And for if you can imagine this, so at ice level, at center ice, getting ready to do the ceremonial puck drop. On the Canadian side of the Garden, it is Geddy Lee. And on the American side, it is Sammy Hagar, which, of course, assistant coach David Lee Roth has specially permitted here for Rousseau's Gongshow. Geddy Lee and Sammy Hagar already had their sunglasses off. They're posing in their sunglasses, and that was determined to be a draw. So, and this game here, this series has been very draw-ish so far through 4 games. And as you can see here, we have the cup here ready to be awarded. It will be awarded to one team or another. I should be very careful to make sure that right now it's 50-50. There it is on either side. So the cup will be awarded to one team or the other. Which way will the pendulum swing here pending this? The lines are at center ice, ready to get going. I have correctly, as per some requests that I take for each of these respective rosters, and so they're good to go. My only kind of regret, actually, so this year I've been trying to get this. I can never fit everything on camera that I want to. This is Hockey Bones Fictional 6 League, and I even have the first period written on it. So actually, here what I might do with marker, I think you can see first there a little bit, but I think, and knowing me and knowing my luck, I'll probably forget to change it. But again, because I do play back and I do look, I'm always looking to make little small improvements. And you'd be surprised. This is the 43rd game now that I'm playing for this project that you can't really see all the period. But I think you get the idea. I'm trying anyway. It's something, just an idea that I had. So I guess we're about good to go. We're about ready to go. I think everything else looks kind of as it should. I'm going back actually to ink and paper for this one here, which already I'm not sure if I like as much. I've gotten used actually to the laminated piece of paper, and so it's very easy to pick up and grab when I want to look at the game chart here. It's very easy to grab and move this and update it, but we'll see. The trade-off is that it'll be easier, I guess, to use, finer print when I'm writing in game information for this one. Anyway, why delay what should be, hopefully anyway, if the last 3 are any indication, this should be a real blockbuster encounter, an instant classic, one for the ages, perhaps even an historic one, if I can say so myself about that, about something like this. This is what it's for. Games like this is why we play tabletop hockey. This is why we love hockey, is for games like this. This is what we live for, whether it's on the ice or if you're an enthusiast on the tabletop. So anyway, I've been very spoiled throughout this season, throughout this competition. And in case I'm too burnt out by the end of it, another thought that I had a few minutes ago is that once again, I want to thank Brian. I want to thank Brian. Brian, I think, is the first one who Coach B, who the coach GM of Glass of Marlowe. I'm pretty sure he was officially the first one actually to indicate notice and express interest in this. Oli as well, because it was a suggestion either. Come to think of it, I'm trying to think now. Either it was Alan or it was Oli. So thank you to both of you who suggested in comments actually that I do this as a social project and not as a solo one. And of course, I want to thank Ken. Ken, he and his team both provided a sense of humor, some added chemistry and character to this league and to this project. And of course, Larry as well. Larry, all kinds of input about this and his enthusiasm. Larry, I've mentioned this before. He really invests in this. He has He has, and I think it's a fantastic thing. And he has PDFs, files that he makes for me of his team, of his roster. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing. Hope you don't mind me sharing this, Larry. But as somebody trying to organize everything, it just makes it very easy for me. I can look. And actually, when I would print the special teams for each week, I'm not using fresh ones this time. They are recycled because I only had to make 1 or 2 small changes, so they're being reused, I guess. But it makes it so much easier when I go to get the special teams ready. I can just click on that PDF and have a look at it. So, again, Brian, Ken, Alan, Larry, Oli, thank you very much to all you guys for this. And anybody else who's watched, commented, left any input at all whatsoever. So again, I've gotten through the celebrities. Reportedly, actually, I see somebody who's rinkside and his head is spinning. We don't have to mention who that is, but he might even, hopefully, I hope, for my sake, for his, that he's in attendance for this one. This should, again, I already said this, but it bears repeating. If the last 3 games are any indication, we should have an excellent game here. We're about 6 minutes in, and we got to play 60 at least. So I almost can't believe I'm saying this, but let's get this one started here. So the puck's been ready to be dropped at center ice. Singing the anthem, of course, Rene Rancourt. I'd be remiss not to mention that. By request, Rousseau's Gongshow. They've managed to lure him out of retirement. I'm not going to try to sing in his stead or try to impersonate him at all whatsoever. So just give that mention there. And sorry if I've overlooked any other celebrities that are famous people faces that could be in attendance. Of course, we have Don Luce and David Lee Roth at the bench. Oh, and how could I? The owner, remained somewhat anonymous throughout the bulk of the season, but the owner actually is here as well in attendance for this game, Mr. Montgomery Burns, and it's rumored that Monty Burns' likeness is actually embedded somehow in the Goblins likeness here in the logo of the Green Goblins. So Mr. Monty Burns is here. So again, we have people real, fictional, young, old, animated, maybe even inanimate. So. Bobby Rousseau himself wouldn't even surprise me if he's there facing the crowd there somewhere. So anyway, away we go with it. Because we're here at the Gongshow Garden here again, straddling the Saskatchewan-Montana border. There we have the blue pawn here for the Gongshow. And we're going to get the face-off here to start things off. I'm going to drop all 4 because it's my habit, damn it. So, okay, we're going to get a 5-3 here to kick things off. This is it. I got that funny feeling I've forgotten something. I hope I'm wrong about that. Sometimes it's fine and fun to be wrong. We're going to have home right defenseman here, Rob Blake, with it off the opening puck drop. I already have it on the 24 there. Rob Blake, we're looking to a 6-3, a P5. That's going to be a straight clean pass. Blake is going to get it across to Matthias Olin, taking no chances here in the early going. There's probably going to be a lot of mutual respect, a lot of responsible hockey here played between the teams. We get a 2-5 here in Matthias Olin's card, a 2-5, and Olin, he tries to make a pass successfully to Alan McCauley. It has been intercepted by fellow left winger, opposing left wing Keith Tkachuk. And so here we go with it at a minute 12. Now we have a 2-6 on Keith Tkachuk's card. A 2-6, it does say penalty if home turned over. If not, so McCauley will in fact get this pass in the end after all, where we go to a minute 36, and we have a 2-7, so we're counting up 2-5, 2-6, 2-7. A 2-7 on McCauley's card, a pass bonus of 5 sought. It's not met. They did try something there, a little risky. It's going to Sergei Gonchar now. Gonchar will exit the zone, but it is about time for him and everyone to head off in a change. Sergei Gonchar here with the 3-8 shot of home, but he doesn't see a good shot. So anyway, it's going to be dumped into the corner where Alan McCauley actually will retrieve it, but he has to head off as well. We're going to change out the defense. So the Madonna line's heading off. Rick Nash, Sienna Briere, and Pavel Dimitra will come on. Alan McCauley will play the puck here up to 2:24. And with that roll of a 4-4 for McCauley, actually, we have a play stoppage, and we're going to have to check up on McCauley. Again, this does seem to happen coincidentally when these guys try to push themselves and just linger and remain on the ice for a little long. So let's see here what's become of McCauley. Let's see, because this was just before Markov, so but Pronger was out there initially, and actually whether it's Markov or it's Pronger. Let's see here. So McCauley's going to be fine. That's good. We wouldn't want to have this game marred by an injury early, a critical injury early. So McCauley, he's off. He's taking a breather, and more ways than one, perhaps. Zetterberg, Joe Newendike, and Jerome McGinley will head on, and we're going to get a face-off from Rousseau's Gongshow's end. Okay. So we get a 5-6 on this draw. Let's see. Whoops. Yes, I was used to being able to pull that back with the writing utensil. Anyway, it's going to be a 5-6 here. It'll be home. Home winning the draw again. Joe Newendike here, as he's done all season long here. Mike Ratchie up to 248. It was one to left defense from Mike Ratchie. Here with the 3-7, we're going to get the first shot on goal of the game. It is Mike Ratchie with shot on goal in the rebound. A 2-6. That is a good shot. I'll use blue here. Rousseau's Gongshow. The blue dots here for the first period. Come to think of it, I'm overdue actually to upload and send score sheets to you guys. I will do that eventually for what it's worth. You guys specifically referring to Alan and Larry here. So, and best of luck to both teams if I didn't damn well say it already. But the 2-6 here on Mike Ratchie's shot, not going to be quite in range, but it is with a potential rebound. Sorry, I hope I didn't actually nudge that with my finger. Got to be careful of that. You guys know I'm prone to that stuff anyway. It's unintentional. We're going to put it on the blade of Kim Janssen sort of tentatively, temporarily, but we're rolling to clear here with a 5-6. Not going to be able to clear there with the 8. Even though it's, and of course I should be ultra careful in this year championship game. It gets over to Kim Janssen. Kim Janssen here with the rebound. So Ratchie with the shot. Janssen with a rebound. 3-6. Not a great shot either. Not a bad shot, but not a great one. Over to Brodeur. Nothing he and his defense can't handle. Brodeur actually has given up a rebound here, which in this case will mean actually that he's held on to it. That is how I play it. Some might not play it that way, but that's how I interpret the rules. So anyway, we're going to get a face-off here now, 248. And I guess I just dropped the 3 that time, and the result was a 4-6. The 4-6 meaning it's going to be visitor right defenseman this time. Matthew Schneider just back in the lineup. I think the game before Schneider, we're looking to a 3-6. Schneider's going to have a shot the other way, and there could potentially be a rebound on this one as well. So first shot on goal here for the Goblins, not a great one. I'm looking to the red 5. Schneider, does he have another shot here? With the 5-9, he does, unable to clear on a 9. So we go to Matthew Schneider here with the follow-up, and that's, that was just barely though, top 5, but it was clearing on an 8. Anyway, Schneider with the follow-up, the 5-3 actually. That is actually blocked, so Schneider does just get the one off here. Center Joe Newendike now with it, trying to exit the zone here at 3:36. We get a 4-4 here on Joe Newendike's card, the 4-4. And like Alan McCauley, the shift before, again, Alan's team getting a bit rough early. And Joe Newendike, he's taken a lot of abuse, actually, in this series from one Rick Nash. Let's see if Jerome McGinley gets in there and has an opportunity to do something about it. But anyway, first we got to check for Newendike. Officials are getting in between Nash and Iginla. And Joe Newendike is going to be fine. He's going to be good to go. And in fact, he insists he has to take the draw. He likes it when I can get up to 4 minutes here with the marker. With the 2-8, let's see if Newendike has spitefully won this draw. No, he's lost it. He tried to overextend. It gets over to Daniel Briere. Here at the 4-minute mark, Briere, we look to a 111 on Briere's card, and he's simply going to elect to pass it. He gets it back to left defenseman Danny Markov. He's going to head off the ice. Mike Ribera, Steve Konowalchuk, and Alexei Kovalev are going to take to it, where we will get countering for Rousseau's Gongshow, the home team here, the Roberts, Lecavalier, and Recchi specific matchup that they like up against the Goblins' third line. And Danny Markov here getting us to 424. Markov with the 6-5. He's going to turn it over actually to 5, so left wing. Gary Roberts here. Roberts been pretty productive lately. Roberts with a 5-5. And that's, let's see here, D8, that's going to be a shot on goal actually for one Gary Roberts. Gary Roberts here in the early going with the shot. A 6-4, not a great shot even for him. So Brodeur here, we have a look. We have a 2-7 here for Brodeur. Brodeur has actually coughed up a rebound here. So looking to the 2, it's back to Roberts. Let's see what the defensemen are able to do with it. With the 3-5, they are able to clear Roberts. So it's going to right wing Alexei Kovalev. Kovalev here at 5-12. Kovalev, I'm looking to a 5-3. And that's going to be a shot on goal back the other way for Alexei Kovalev. Kovalev here, shots on goal here, 3-2 Gongshow in the early going. Kovalev with a 1-6. This is our first shot in range, our first major test here for Kari Lehtinen. Over to Kari Lehtinen it goes. We have the 3-7. Let's see. The man who's made so many big miracle saves in this competition. And you know what? This is no exception. He's added one more to a growing list. Kari Lehtinen here has managed to keep the puck out somehow. He didn't see it, but just instinct. He felt it, and we're going to get a face-off here in the Gongshow's end. So, Lehtinen, that was a close call. Probably too close for comfort there if you're Larry and you're Loose and you're Lee Roth. Anyway, I hope we're still at 5-12. It's going to be a 4-11 here off the face-off. The 4-11, let's see, that is right wing. Visitor, no cancel-outs. Yeah, so right wing Alexei Kovalev. He wants another opportunity immediately, another crack at it. He thinks he saw something there. But he's going to elect the pass, though. So back to right defenseman Schneider. Maybe trying to get inside. Schneider here with a 6-4. And that's going to be actually, you know what? He tried to overextend. Pass intercepted. Lecavalier back the other way with it. Not a breakaway, but it will be a shot on goal. A 4-9 for Lecavalier. Nothing Brodeur can't handle. Let's see how the defense handle it. So we're looking here to a 5-8. A 5-8 handled well. It will go to Konowalchuk. We'll get another line change here. And Konowalchuk will just sort of shuffle back and forth with it and have a look. And he's going to wait for the appropriate time. So I think Madden McCauley and Shatan will take to the ice again here. Konowalchuk at the 6:24 mark thereabouts with a 2-8. 2-8, and that's a 9. Let's see here. That's going to be turned over by Konowalchuk here to right wing Miro Shatan. Miro Shatan, formerly of the Goblins, albeit very briefly. And Madonna, Marcus Naslund, and Keith Tkachuk are going to head on. And yeah, I think, yeah, we have the top pairing out there again. I think that's right. I hope that's right. Anyway, it's Miro Shatan here with it up to 6:48. Shatan, I'm looking to a 3-7. And a 3-7 for him will be a shot with a rebound. So a lot of that early. The puck does tend to pinball here at the Gongshow Garden, where we have another shot in range. Now it's Brodeur's turn to make an outstanding save for Brodeur. We look to the 2-8, and Brodeur has done it for his turn. But that, unfortunately, potentially there was a rebound there. So Brodeur makes a save. The puck hops back to Madden. He's in a battle both with Gonchar and Pronger here. Let's see. They will be able to clear successfully. Specifically, it will go to Pronger up to Keith Tkachuk here at 7-12. And we're looking to a 6-3 here for Keith Tkachuk in the P3. He's going to be able to get it across to Marcus Naslund through the neutral zone here at 7:36. Normally I re-roll if it's tilted, but that did hop down even before my finger touched it. I will allow it here. It's going to be a 5-6 for Naslund. 5-6 is a D7. It's turned over anyway to right wing Miro Shatan. Up to the 8-minute mark we go here. We have a 3-4 for Shatan, a 3-4 for Shatan, and an H8. You're going to force me to do a little math early. No, that's not going to be actually. He's not going to be able to get a shot through. So onto the stick of Tkachuk, much like it was on the left wing. Konowalchuk's there the shift before. And we're going to get another change here. Back to Nieuwendyk, Zetterberg, and Ginla we go. The Goblins will probably counter with their top line as well there. Their line number 1. So 3-3 here on Keith Tkachuk's card. 3-3 automatically. That's going to be to oncoming center, actually, Daniel Briere. So Briere here with it up to 8:48. We go almost halfway through the first period. Couple of close calls. I ought to actually mark one outstanding one there for Brodeur. Dynamic save. It's going to be 3-11 on Briere's card here at 8:48. I think I said. I hope I said. It's going to be a shot on goal, actually, for Daniel Briere here. Briere, who has scored some key goals in this series with the 2-8, and his range is 2.95 over to Lettinen. Again, we look. This time we're looking to a 4-6 for Kari Lettinen. The 4-6 for Kari Lettinen, and once again, Kari Lettinen here, he's hot at home. He is gloved, and he's going to hang on to it. And we're going to get a face-off here, actually. So 3 shots already in range in this one here. We get another 4-6 here in the follow-up draw. That's going to be right defenseman visitor, actually. So Schneider +2 to his end scores here, 9-12 into it. We have a 5-7 for Matthew Schneider. The 5-7, lo and behold, that's going to be another shot with a rebound. So Schneider, the initial shot, 2-12, not in range, not blocked either. Looking to the 2. Dimitra possibly with the follow-up in a battle with Rathje and Janssen. And that's a battle that's lost. Kim Janssen actually will escape with it here at 9:36. We look to the 3-5 here on Janssen's card. And once again, for the 3rd time this game, the play's been blown down. Something happened to Janssen. So the crowd goes quiet here. And actually, he's going to be okay. So 24 more seconds. Again, stubborn like Joe Nieuwendyk before him. Insisting on staying on. We get a 3-11 on the draw. Let's see if it can be won by Nieuwendyk. Indeed, it can here. Home center with the puck. Up to the 10-minute mark now goes Joe Nieuwendyk here with it with a 6-9. And he's just simply going to get the pass back to right defenseman Kim Janssen. So Janssen letting everyone know he's okay. And we're going to go back to Lecavalier, Roberts, and Recchi. And once again, Konowalchuk, Ribeiro, and Kovalev will have a turn here. And we'll get our top blue liners back on here as soon as Janssen makes up his mind what he's going to do with it here. We have a 4-8 for Kim Janssen's sake. And unfortunately, again, a little too tired. Now center Mike Ribeiro has it. And Janssen steps off. Oland and Blake come on. And Ribeiro here with it. That was 10-24 actually for Janssen, I think. I think. So I think we're at the 10:48 now. I don't want to lag. It's going to be 3-5 here for Mike Ribeiro. And that's going to actually fellow center Vincent Lecavalier. Lecavalier, and if I've jumped 24, I'll probably lag later in the game, so it all kind of works out. Lecavalier here up to 11-12 there. It's going to be 4-8 on his card. And for the fourth time, how many times can the Gongshow keep cheating injury? Evidently, Allen has showed up with, I don't want to say an injure to win strategy, but it's interesting that 4 calls have all gone this way in the early going here at the Gongshow, much to the dissatisfaction, I'm sure, the rabid fans in attendance here who are just screaming at the officials right now to get their whistles out and do something. Vincent Lecavalier is going to be okay, but how many times can this keep happening? We get a face-off here. Lecavalier insists that he's okay, but some rough stuff here in the early going after the whistle. Conversely, they are accusing the Gongshow of diving, trying to dive and draw here. The salesmanship. It's going to be left defenseman visitor here with it off the draw, Chris Pronger. Let's see what Pugnacious Pronger will say and have to do with it and about it. It's going to be a 3-9 here with the P1. That's going to go to 5. Let's see here. Left wing Steve Konowalchuk here at the 12-minute mark. We look to a 2-10 here for Konowalchuk, and that's simply going to be turned over to 2 center Vincent Lecavalier. So an angry Lecavalier insisting on holding on to it here while the teams change. And let's see here. I guess we're just going to go back. We'll just keep it simple here in the early going. No reason to change these matchups. They've been pretty much a stalemate, cancel out of one another. Up to 12-24 goes Lecavalier. We look to the 4-8 on Lecavalier's card. And he's pushed himself. And it's happened again. So we're going to get a whistle. We're going to check on Lecavalier. Again, he's good to go. He just barely gets over the bench, though. He's being attended to immediately by, teammates patting him on the back and shoulder and wherever they can get a glove on him, and staff, they're over taking a look at him right now. And this is the wrong line matchup here. So a bit rattled over in the Gongshow bench there in this year tense championship game. You can cut the tension with the knife here. It's a real atmosphere of it. Anyway, we're going to get a face-off. Madonna has not necessarily won the draw. Here, about 12-24, we get a 6-7. That indeed will go to visitor. This time, visitor left defenseman Danny Markov here with it. 12:48 into the first period. We look to the 3. It's going to be a shot on goal, actually, for Markov, who has been productive from the blue line. They've all been chipping in. Markov not this time, though. So over, and there was no rebound on that one. So over to Lettinen in the defense we go with the 5-8. It goes to center John Madden. 13 minutes in now. John Madden here, 4-5. 4-5 for Madden, and that's a 9. Make me do a little more math, why don't you? That's going to be a shot on goal for John Madden. John Madden, who scored the game winner in overtime in Game 4. And John Madden with a 1-10, but his range is a 1-9. Ooh, his range is a 1-9, and that's a 1-10. So he got real close again. He thinks he sees something on Brodeur, something that he can exploit. Anyway, Brodeur here, that's not quite a dynamic save and a shot in range, but not far off from it. Alan McCauley there, the defense look a bit rattled in the Goblins' end. We get a 3-6 here on McCauley's card. And how many times can it keep happening? I've honestly lost count. McCauley now has to be checked out here at 13:36. Storylines that are unfolding here, but again, they're okay. So one has to wonder with the Goblins and their diving accusations and the referees keeping their whistles in their pockets. They don't want to, call anything here in this game if they don't have to. They don't want to give the game away. They don't want to have to feel like they have too much control over the outcome of it. So Alan McCauley, again, good to go. But again, they're looking at the officials. They're trying to get the call. And similarly, actually, Allen's team now, Montgomery Burns is actually crying for a call for embellishment, but we get the right-wing visitor here with the puck. So some interesting stuff unfolding here already. We get a 2-12 here on Naslin's card, and 2-12 on Naslin's card means he's unable to get a shot through. Right defenseman Kim Janssen here with it. So we get another line change. Briere, Nash, Dimitra will come on. Pronger and Gongshow with them. And counteracting or trying to at least will be Zetterberg, Nieuwendyk, and Jerome McGinley, and Kim Janssen here. Up to the 14-24 there, Kim Janssen with the 5-5. And that's going to be a shot. No, it isn't actually. Sorry, glad I double-checked. Turned over to center, Daniel Briere. Daniel Briere. I don't know why that name is so hard for me to say. Anyway, so Blake and Olin take to the ice, and Briere here at 14:48. Danny Boy there with the 1-4. And that's going to be another... Oh, is it? Yes, it is. It's going to be a shot on goal there. Again, sometimes you got to double check with teams like this and games like this. Not a great shot, however. Let's see what the defense is able to do with it here. We look to the 6-9, and that means left defenseman Matthias Olin here. 15 minutes now into the first period. We have a 3-8 here for Olin's sake, 3-8 and a 6. He has turned it over as well. We look to the red 4. That goes to left wing. Rick Nash, about the most hated man right now in Gongshow circles among fans and teammates of Nieuwendyk and Iginla and Nieuwendyk and Iginla themselves. 1-3 on Rick Nash's card. 1-3, and he's turned it over. They erupt in applause and laughter here at the Garden. Henrik Zetterberg with it up to the 16-minute mark here with a 4-7. Henrik Zetterberg. And let's see here, not even a pass bonus at 2. So right wing Pavel Dimitra here with it at the 16-minute mark. Unfortunately, it is far enough away from the Gongshow net that both teams are going to try to sneak in a change here. And I know what line they're coming back. No, I know what line we're coming back with. So Roberts, LeCavalier, Recchi take to the ice. Dimitra here at 16:24. Dimitra's looking to a 3-8, and he's simply going to get a pass to oncoming left wing Steve Konowalchuk here for a couple of minutes, or for the next shift at least. Let's see how things go here. Up to 16:48 we go here with a 1-7 on Konowalchuk's card. Pass bonus is 6. Bit of controversy about this last game. It only equates to 5. I'm going to be careful in the middle of line changes. So that's ultimately turned over here to Mark Recchi. Up to 17:12 we go here with the 2-7 there for Mark Recchi and the 2-7. And again, this is going to be turned over here. Matthew Schneider. Not really turned over so much as tight defensive hockey. If they don't see a good opportunity, they're just trying to get it deep and keep it deep. And so back the other way with it now, Matthew Schneider. We look to the 1-9. That's definitely turned over, and then some to fellow right defenseman Kim Janssen here up to the 18-minute mark. I feel like I might have lagged there, but I might have jumped earlier. Anyway, it's going to be a 1-6 for Kim Janssen, and now, after crying and clamoring for a penalty all frame long for the Goblins, it looks like the refs have their hands up, and it looks like it's going to be Kim Janssen here. But let's roll and double check. Another 1-6, so another odd 6. No misconduct rating. So the first penalty of the game. And the irony here is that Adam Foote was actually scratched for this very reason. And now here, in this all-important game, and both these teams have been explosive on the power play throughout the series, certainly in the past couple of games. It'll be Kim Janssen here. Let's get the exact time of the penalty because I've got nothing else on the score sheet. So we almost made it through a full period without a penalty, guys, but that's a 6 and an 8. So here at 17:44 of period 1, finally the referees have elected to do something. Maybe in Janssen's case it was a bit of embellishment there. I've said this before. I don't really care the specifics, particularly on 2-minute penalties. Again, it's either 2 for cheating on skating or 2 for doing something unsportsmanlike that you shouldn't have been doing. So we're going to get a face-off here in the Gongshow's end, and we're going to go, I guess, to McCauley and Madden for this, so they will conclude the period. Similarly, you just have, they were off for a full shift, so maybe we get a different matchup here this time. I don't know, Tkachuk, Palffy, Pronger, Naslin. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling this unit actually. Though Ribeiro was just out there for a couple, but again, there's no perfect solution. Actually, no. You normally like to. I changed my mind again because you normally like to conclude periods with this trio here up top anyway, and now they get Kovalev on the point and Gonchar. So let's do this. We'll do the face-off in the Gongshow's end. And so here at 17:44, it is Kim Janssen taking a penalty, and I just found a reason for. Whoops. Sorry about that. I just found a reason for needing a marker, that being that I'm pretty sure I'll be able to remember, but stranger things have happened. So just to remind myself here that Janssen is due to exit the box there at about minute 20, we'll do that. So anyway, off the face-off there, that's a 2-3 face-off roll. So we're looking to the right wing here actually at home. It's going to be John Madden here with it. Madden up to the 8:24 mark. We're looking to a 4-5 there for John Madden. And let's see, I'm going to have to do a little math here now. Actually, no, that's going to be a shot on goal here, shorthanded for John Madden. So Madden here trying to make his magic work late in the first period. Another shot on goal for him. Not a great one, but it's 200 feet away from Lettinen. Over to Brodeur we go, and look here, we have a 2-8 there from Marty, which means he gets it, kicks the rebound up, a long pass to center. Daniel Briere here up to the 18:48 mark we go, and we're looking to a 2-8 now for Daniel Briere, and you know what? They took enough of it earlier in the frame. Now they're taking exception. They're handing it back out in return. So now Briere, we get a whistle. We're going to check up on him. Puck goes up and out of play. Daniel Briere, and you know what? He's going to escape unscathed, only barely. And again, these guys are stubborn. This harkens back to the original 6 era when guys would leave the ice to get stitches and stay in the game and all kinds of things anyway. So Daniel Briere will stay on the ice here for my own convenience as well. 3-11 on the draw. Sorry if I accidentally dropped the dice twice, but I'm going to have to drop them a third time because it was one to a vacant position. This time we get a 4-4. Let's see if we can get a position left wing. But guess what? Thanks to the cancel out, it is Alan McCauley here. Final minute of play here in the first period. I looked at the 3-8 on McCauley's card and the D6. Let's see. That is actually going to be a shot from McCauley. So shots and goal here, 2-0 in the 2-minute man advantage for the short-handed team. Again, though, not a great shot. Evidently electing to fire from far away and just try to keep it away. So to Brodeur, we look here. We have a 2-5 that goes to right wing Pavel Demitra. Still a little time here to make something happen. 19:36 here. We got a 6-10 there for Demitra. And that's going to be a shot on goal here on the power play for Pavel Demitra at the tail, close to the tail end of one. That's not quite in range. It's also not blocked. Over to Lettinen this time we go here. We look to the 3-10. And let's see the 3-10 there. Right wing John Madden here with it. Up to the 20-minute mark we go with Madden. Madden looking to the 1-9, trying to make something happen here at the last second. And let's see here, trying to think and do math here. That'll be a shot on goal for John Madden actually here at the tail end of one with the 1-8, but he's shorthanded, so not quite in range. But my goodness, John Madden, 3 shots and goal here. And apparently that overtime game winner gave him a great boost of confidence. He also didn't take kindly to being benched for about 10 minutes there in the back half of the third period in Game 4. And here in Game 5, after one period actually, well actually no, sorry, I apologize. I do have to see if Brodeur's coughed up a rebound. There could be one more chance here. 3-11, no, it will go to McCauley, but he won't have time to get a shot off. So that also means that the penalty has been killed. And we get back to 5-on-5 here to start the second period. I'm just going to keep the camera rolling. Pretty conservative opening frame here. Shots on goal. Looking here, I see 3, 4, 5, 7 here for the Green Goblins. And we've had some games like that, like 27, 26, 28, 27 type verdicts. If you saw the preview for this earlier, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So shots on goal in that opening period, in that opening 29-7 in favor of Rousseau's Gongshow. And, of course, we are scoreless after one. So this game's taken on a bit of a different tone, at least through 20. Remains to be seen here. There's a lot that can still happen. The only real thing to note there, other than several near injuries, was Johnson's 2-minute minor there that came at 17:44. So at least I have lots of room to write if I will need it later. Okay, so starting off period 2, you like to start with the Madonna line, and that means that you'll be countering with the Madden line, for that matter. And again, they've had 20-minute intermission here to rest, and so let's see here. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with the second units this time, just because they're out there already, so why not? Oh, yeah, no, that's right, the penalty kill. Was that actually... No, it wasn't Janssen, it was Blake. Anyway, let's get things going here for period 2 at center ice. Here we are with a 4-9. And I'm gonna try to speed up in this period. Actually, allow me a sip. I worked a little later than I needed to. I had some stuff that I could have put off until tomorrow and just done tomorrow morning and afternoon, but... I don't know, I decided, to try to get it done, and I was feeling pretty good about that, actually. So going into this, just wanted to get that out of the way and behind me. Anyway, so I can just focus more on this here with, I guess, just more comfortably. Anyway, it's going to be a 4-9 here, left defenseman here off the opening draw. So Danny Markov here with it to start us off in period 2, where we get up to 24 seconds. Markov with a 6-12. Penalty if home turned over. If not, that's going to go to center John Madden. So Madden here at the 48-second mark, and that, as you can see there, quite clearly tilted, slanted, whatever. So we're going to roll again here for Madden's sake. We get a 5-6 this time in this roll, and that's going to be a D7. That's going to be turned over also to right defenseman Matthew Schneider now with it here. So quiet opening minute here in the second period, much like the 20 that took place in the first for the most part. It's going to be a 4-8 here for Matthew Schneider, a 4-8, and it looks like we're even now, even in terms of penalties, unless Schneider's bringing someone with him. Here we are, minute 12 into period 2. We look to the even 10 for Schneider. No. Schneider, misconduct rating. Does he have a misconduct? Again, the answer is no, but it will be Matthew Schneider here specifically at that's 9 and a 3, so I'm adding 15 seconds to 48 here in minute 3 into the second period. Let's go with red here in period 2. So here, just a minute 3 in to the middle frame, and Matthew Schneider has done something that the officials cannot overlook, and so it's going to be the first penalty here for the Goblins just early in. So we let's see here for the special teams. Konowalchuk, Madonna, Pronger, and Rive should have come up because that's Nick Boynton's card. And for that, yeah, they're already out there. So whatever, another minute. Again, this is meant to mimic the original 6, and I think again anything involving Gary Roberts is a go here. So let's get the face-off here at a minute 12 in, and I guess I'll do this as well to signify that the 3:12 thereabouts is what we go to. I guess I can use the full eraser on this here now that I have it handy. So yes, let's get a face-off in the Goblins' end. And it's going to be a 4-9 there in the draw. Sorry, I guess if those aren't the most visible, I'll try to slide them out. But 4-9 here. We just had that, actually. It's going to be left defenseman visitor here again. So Pronger with it here. Up to a minute 36 here in period 2 with a 5-8. And that means Pronger. That's going to be turned over automatically, actually, to one center, Joe Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk here at the 2-minute mark. Look to a 3-8 for him. And that's going to be turned over also to 6. Left defenseman Chris Pronger. So Pronger to Nieuwendyk, back to Pronger. Here at 2:24 now, we have a 3-9. And 3-9, that's going to be once again, though, 5. Left wing this time, Gary Roberts. Roberts here up to 2:48. We have a 2-7 there for his sake. The 2-7, that's going to be a pass with no time elapsing. He passes it and gets it actually to center, Joe Nieuwendyk here. So Nieuwendyk will roll here. This time a 3-9 for Joe Nieuwendyk. And that's going to be a second pass, so that will be a shot automatically here as I interpret it. For Joe Nieuwendyk here in the power play. That's actually the first shot of the second period, and that is a 2-6 in the power play. That is in range for the veteran. Over to Brodeur. We look to the 1-7 for Marty Brodeur. A 1-7, and we have a goal here, our first goal in this final game of this project here on the power play. It is Joe Nieuwendyk converting from a Gary Roberts. Gary Roberts faked the shot. He knows that he has Brodeur on high alert for a Gary Roberts shot, and the sneaky feed over to Nieuwendyk, and Nieuwendyk has managed to just put it behind him here. Let's get the exact time. Let's get the exact time here. So 5-7. Let's get the assist first. It's going to be just the one assist on it high. That's probably not Roberts, actually. It is Zetterberg, so everything that I said about Roberts, I guess we will change the narrative to Zetterberg here. I can just pencil in, or pen in rather, ink in there that it's a PPG for Joe Nieuwendyk. I'm not doing the PPA for Zetterberg. I know some might. Again, let's get that exact time we are looking at. And it's funny because the power play wasn't too hot prior to that, but it only takes that one instant. So we're looking here at 2:35 actually. So minute 32 into the Schneider penalty. And finally it was the Gongshow being able to put something together here on home ice, where the crowd is erupting. And over to Dave Gardner we go, actually, for his detailed analysis in the first goal. Dave, he scores! Okay, sorry if that was bad. It's one that I think if I'm not on the spot, I can do it a little better. You can ask my wife from time to time. So, and of course, yes, this is the sincerest form of flattery. I don't think I need to say that or clarify that. Anyway, we're going to get back to 5-on-5. Yeah. Let's see here. Hey, folks, here we go. So, let's see. I guess, what do we do here? How do we play this game again? I'm in game number 43 here, this project. We go back to 5-on-5. We get the face-off here at about 2:48. So, This is kind of the marquee matchup. Let's leave them on there because, again, we had mostly other players on there for that power play, so except for Madonna. But anyway, it makes sense. He's Mike Madonna. We're going to get a 3-5 here in the draw. That will be, and that's normally how I've done it anyway, left defenseman, but this time it's left defenseman at home. Mike Ratchie here at 312. And Ratchie here, we look to the 4-8 for Ratchie's sake. And, oh my goodness. Wow. How is that penalty box? Ratchie asked Schneider to Ratchie, or Rathje to Schneider as they skate by one another. I look here to the even 3 for Rathje, so unfortunately not a coincidental. And Rathje does have, okay, so Rathje, he won't be kicked out of the game, but he will be sent to the box for a couple. Mike Rathje here, we'll get the exact time, I guess, of his penalty. It's wow, just like 24 seconds after, too. So 14, so here at 3:02, Rathje unable to keep his nose clean. He's going to the sin bin for repair. And let's see. So the refs have their whistles out here. Evidently, maybe they just didn't arrive in period 1. They were a little late getting to the game. So anyway, here in period 2, it's going to be Rathje in the box. So I have to remember that when I'm thinking about who I'm going to ice here. And also Madden and McCauley have been out there for a little while. So I think, you know what, I'm going to give seconds for both just to get a different look at some different skaters here. Let's go to Chuck, Ribeiro, Palffy, Pronger, Naslund, Nieuwendyk, Iginla, Oland, and this is going to be Kim Janssen if I have to look to the right defenseman. Kim Janssen's card. So up to 5-12 thereabouts, we could be playing 5-4. And we're going to get a 5-10 here off the draw, which I do by default. I simplify it. It's going to be in the Gongshow's end. And looking at the RD, the double cancel out. So indeed, I do have to look to Janssen here immediately. Up to 336 we go there with Janssen. We're looking to a 4-9. And that's going to be turned over to 6 power play right wing. Ziggy Palffy with it here up to the 4-minute mark we go. And I'm looking to a 2-10 here, to a 2-10, to a 2-10 here. Palffy, he's going to actually, no time will elapse. He gets it to Ribeiro. He gets it back. And let's see here, Palffy this time with a 2-7. Palffy with a 2-7. We look here, we do have the pass bonus. Palffy hands it off to Tkachuk. Reportedly, evidently, they're going a little fast, but anyway, he is inside for a shot on goal is Ziggy Palffy here in the power play. Palffy with a 2-9 on the power play. His range is a 2-10 over to Lettinen. We look. And have they both been faced with a bad lesson that they have to learn here early on, a regrettable one? And look at that, the 1-6. So here, tying it with the man advantage, replicating what moments ago Rousseau's Gongshow did. It is the Green Goblins getting us on the board, getting themselves on the board here, I guess. Here at let's see here. Wow, that didn't take long at all. Didn't feel like it anyway. So at 4 here, so at 3:40, so 38 seconds into Rathje's penalty, and the Goblins have evened the game here. So Ziggy Palffy with the power play goal. I should note the PPG not next to Nieuwendyk there also, and assisting on Palffy's goal at 3:40 of the second period, looking to the 3-6. To be the second highest and then the third highest. So we're looking to Naslund and to Chuck. Palffy from Naslund and to Chuck. That sounds very convincing to me. I did actually mention to Chuck there, my lead up to it. So to Chuck evidently back to Naslund somehow for a touch. And Palffy there just in perfect position. In perfect position. With what I believe at least is the unless I missed one, is the Goblins' first shot here in the second period. Naslund with an assist, to Chuck with an assist, and away we go with this 1-all hockey game. We are back to 5-5. I think inevitably now I do it. Well, actually, no, that is going to be a good moment here to change the lines. So let's go to, Ribeiro was just out there, but still, let's go to Konowalchuk, Ribeiro, and Kovalev. Pronger and Gonchar as well. We'll get on there. Again, it's not always going to match up or line up perfectly. Let's go to LeCavalier, Roberts, Amrecki, and for that matter, we'll go to Oland and Rob Blake. Okay, so yep, no, that's all good. That all checks out. We get a face-off at center ice here. And we get a 3-6 on that face-off, which means it will go to center home. Vinny LeCavalier with it here off the draw. Up to 4:24 we go. I guess I can erase that 5:12 mark. LeCavalier, I'm looking to a 6:10, trying to at the same time. That's going to be a shot on goal here for LeCavalier right away. LeCavalier with his second shot of the night, first in the second period. And a 5-6, not a great shot over to Broder. We go. And we're looking to a 2-7 here. The 2-7 Brodeurs giving up the rebound to 6. We re-roll for that rebound. We're looking at a 3. It's back to LeCavalier. Trying to clear it here on a 7 with the 4-7. Technically trying to clear on a 6 with a 4-7. Unable to do it. LeCavalier here looking to follow up. LeCavalier this time at 3-7. Not quite in range. Back over to Brodeur. We go still here just about 4:24 in. 3-8 on Brodeur's card this time. And he's going to try to slow the pace down here. He hangs on to it. And so we get another face-off here. LeCavalier up against Mike Ribeiro. This time it's going to be a 3-6. And that's going to be center here. Once again, Vincent LeCavalier. Good shift for him so far in the early going here. We look to 4:48 and the 4-9 here. And that's going to be another shot on goal actually going LeCavalier's way. So he's getting his chances here. He's trying to create some. LeCavalier with a 1-8. I'd say he is a heck of one. Over to Brodeur we go. Brodeur, we're looking to the 2-9. I'm already Brodeur's card. The 2-9, and Brodeur has stoned him. Brodeur has stoned him. That's a red dot I can add next to his blue. I wouldn't be surprised if I've already missed at least one for either or both goaltenders. But again, the 2-9, that's going to be saved, and the rebound goes to Steve Konowalchuk here. We're 5 minutes into it now. Konowalchuk with a 1-7. And he's going to be inside now for a shot on goal. It's Konowalchuk. So Konowalchuk here with a 1-6. A lot of low rolls here consecutively. Sorry, that's how the dice drop sometimes. Konowalchuk with a 1-6. Over to Lettinen we go. Lettinen, I got to look to a 2-8 on Kari Lettinen's card. A 2-8, and he has stoned Steve Konowalchuk. Double checking that roll there. Kari Lettinen says, again, I've got your big save right here. That's at least 3 for him on the night now. So this remains a 1-1 hockey game. Thanks to this superior goaltending, this supreme goaltending that we have here in this matchup. To complement these stacked rosters, we get a 1-3 here off the draw. That's simply going to be home right wing here with it. So tumultuous back and forth shift here for both teams. 6-6 there for Mark Recchi, and Recchi has just elected to ice it actually and buy himself a little time and a breather. Let's see if the risk will pay off the gamble. We get the face-off in the Gongshow's end where it goes to 6-7. It does go to Chris Pronger, +2 to his end scores up to the 6-minute mark. Pronger, let's see here with a 4-7. 4-7 for Pronger. Unfortunately, he tries a bit of an errant pass, and it's off to Gary Roberts. Roberts is a shot on goal now at the 6-minute mark. Roberts with the 4-9, a fantastic range, but even for his sake, 4-9 isn't in it. So over to Brodeur here we go, and Brodeur here with the 1. So he's actually given it up, and it's Vincent LeCavalier. He's a little more tired now, but still a stellar shift for LeCavalier. And I think we're going to go to the top line here now of Nash, Briere, and Dimitra. So we'll counter with that Nieuwendyk again, Zetterberg line, unless LeCavalier has something to say about it here in terms of a scoring chance here. The 4-5-4 Vincent. The 4-5 actually a 10. That will be a shot on goal, so I wasn't kidding, and neither is he. So 3-10 here. LeCavalier now up to 4 shots in the night. He's getting close. Over to Brodeur and the Goblins defense here, this time with a 2-4 right defenseman, Matthew Schneider. We're going to change it out here. We'll get Nieuwendyk, Zetterberg, and Iginla on. And up to 6:48 we go there with Matthew Schneider and the 1-4 and the D7 turned over to 3. Right defenseman Kim Janssen here up to 7:12 now with the 5-8 here for Kim Janssen. 5-8, he has iced it again. So again, taking no chances, playing a little conservatively here is the Gongshow. And we get another face-off in the end here because Nieuwendyk's taking the draw. So 3-10 here, 3-10 indeed. Left wing here, Zetterberg with it after the draw up to 7:36 now. Zetterberg, I look to another 3-10 actually. Okay, another 3-10 there for Zetterberg. And let's see here, I'm looking to the H8. That's going to be a shot on goal for Henrik Zetterberg there. Just want to be real careful in this game. Double checking there. It's a 6-5 though, not in range. Over to the defense we go here. We look to a 2-5. That means right wing Pavel Dimitra. Dimitra up to the 8-minute mark here just before the change. 1-11. That's just going to be a pass. He gets it back to Markov. He heads off. Again, he doesn't want to linger out there and be too tired. We're going to get the third line out there with Madden McCauley and Shatan. And we're going back to Olin and Blake for that matter as well. And Danny, whoa dear, Danny Markov here. I think that's our first dice drop, surprisingly, almost halfway through. 3-10 here for Markov. That will be a straight pass, a very clear one. Clear and clean to Keith Tkachuk here through the neutral zone. And the defense will head on there. Tkachuk trying to carry it now and gain the zone. Here up to 8:48 with the 1-10. Tkachuk with the 9, double checking. No, Tkachuk actually, he's unable to get the shot through. Rob Blake will knock that down. And here at 9:12 we go here, 5-11. And that will be a shot on goal, actually, and then some for Rob Blake back the other way. Blake with the 5-3, actually. Oh, it's not blocked, it's screen, but it's a 4-3. The shot registers. But even Broder, even through the screen, Broder able to get the waffle iron on it. And let's see here. So we have a 1-6 here, 1-6. Yeah, it's going to be a face-off, actually. So waffle over to glove, or maybe it went off his blocker and out of play. We're going to get a face-off. Here we go. We have a 4-7. That's going to be home left wing here. Alan McCauley with it. McCauley rather has won the draw kind of in a sense to himself from Matt over to Madden to McCauley. Here we get a 4-5 for McCauley and straight pass here. He's going to get it back across to Madden. Playing tic-tac-toe. The two of them are trying to, at least John Madden here with a 3-8. 3-8 is a shot automatically for John Madden. Madden this time with a 3-6. Didn't get quite as much good on it. Over to Broder we go. And we've got a 5-11 here. And that means actually right wing Miro Shatan with it. Somehow we're already to the 10-minute mark. It feels so sudden, so soon. We are officially halfway through this game drawn at 1. Surprise, surprise, surprise. It's been even all damn series long. We're going, I guess, back to Ribeiro, Konowalchuk, and Kovalev here. And Shatan will roll to get us there. So up to 10-24. Shatan, I looked at the 6-9 on his card. 6-9 and a 9. Shatan, that's going to be a shot on goal here. Shot on goal for Miro Shatan. That's a 5-7, not in range. So evidently a little tired. It's time for him to head off over to the Goblins defense. We go and look, and we're going to get, I guess since it's this line, we're going to get Roberts, LeCavalier, and Recchi back out there again. And let's see here. We have a 2-8 here. 2-8. So that means center Mike Ribeiro with it here, exiting the Goblins end here up to 10-48 with the 5-4 here. With the 5-4, that's going to be turned over, though, to 1. Right defenseman Kim Janssen here at 11-12. Janssen looking to a 5-6. We are for Janssen. Pass. Up to center, Vincent LeCavalier. LeCavalier trying to gain the zone in the Goblins end here at 11:36 with the 3-5 for Vincent LeCavalier. And he's done it just barely. Vincent LeCavalier here with shot number 5 of the game. Real trigger happy he is. Unfortunately, maybe it's a little too telegraphed there, too easily seen and anticipated. So to the Goblins defense we go here, and actually Britter is just going to hold on to it. Let's see here. I was going to say something about Snicker and Sneer, and then Broder mentioned something about, did somebody say Snickers? So it's going to be here a 1-8 left defenseman here with the man advantage if we were, but not. It's just going to be visitor here. Danny Markov up to 12 minutes now with the 1-9 there on Markov's card. That'll be yet another face-off, this time in the neutral zone. This time we'll get a line change. And for that matter, Madonna, Naslund, and Tuchuk, I guess, will come back out. And with the top defense unit here for each of these squads. And so that means even if they were just on there, I don't know what's going on here, but they're coming back out. They're coming back out because they're insisting on putting this line on. So what have you here? Let's see. We're going to go back and forth sometimes. So it's going to be here a 1-6 this time in the draw. 1-6. And that means it goes to left wing home here. McCauley wins it, gets it to himself here in the aftermath. Here at 12:24, McCauley with the 1-4. Oh, McCauley with a 1-4. That's probably a 2-minute minor. There's a small chance it's not. No, it is. And McCauley doesn't have a misconduct rating. So one of your key chief penalty killers here. The exact time here, 10-3, so 15. Looking at 12:15 here. And McCauley with a 2-minute minor. And again, I'm trying to be real conservative with space just in case this game blows up all over the score sheet like the other one did, where it looked like it had been taken to a paintball field or rally or range or whatever. It's been too long, I guess, since I last paintballed, my one and only time. Anyway, McCauley here with it. So a 2-minute minor for McCauley here at 12:15. And where did that black marker go? Which really I should keep over here. So right to about there, we'll say here. Larry's hoping it goes all the way there. Alan definitely not. And this was your successful. You know what? Go with what's working for you. And unfortunately, this is, I think, who you're going to have to counter with, because Madden's already, I mean, he just got out there, but for McCauley's sake. Anyway, Nieuwendyk can win you the draw. Let's go 2-on-2 here. I think that's fair enough. They have to be able to kill a penalty. Nieuwendyk has the star. So we're going to get the face-off here in the Gongshow's end here at about 12:24. 12:15 exactly. It's going to be a 5-6 in the draw 5-6, it does say left defenseman power play. So Chris Pronger here with it. 2 goals scored in this game, both on the power play. Up to 12:48. Larry saying, don't remind me, up to 12:48 there with the 5-5. And Pronger, unfortunately, that's going to be turned over, but to center to vacant. So 24 wasted seconds. Pronger still has it here. This time with the 1-3, and that's going to be turned over. This time it will get to a position. Jerome McGinley here with it at 13:36 with the 4-9. And a Ginla with a 7. So again, make me do some math. Yeah, Ginla also will be unable to get a shot through. So it is Pronger here trying to start something with it once more. Pronger this time with the 3-8 penalty if visitor. Chris Pronger. Now, I don't know. You've got a couple ornery guys here, some bad blood here between these teams. And again, Neuwendiker on the ice, so I will roll. Double check for coincidentals and such. Here with the even 5, it's going to be Pronger on his lonesome. He's been nabbed for something. He, however, won't be kicked out of this all-important game. I'm reluctant even to double check for misconducts, but what I will do is award Pronger too, reminding myself that I've yet to award Macaulay too. So the penalties, much as they have for most of the series, are picking up here a little bit. The exact time of this one here, that was even toward the end, so you'll get close to a full power play, Larry. It's going to be 20, so here at 13:56, a minute 41 into the Macaulay penalty. And Pronger, evidently, I mean, he was trying to get something going there early with the 2-minute man advantage, and not a whole lot was happening, so it's reasonable. It makes perfect sense that Pronger would take the penalty here. So Pronger in the box for a pair. And I don't know, it's going to be 4-on-4 here for one sequence, and then I'll try to shift it over to a power play unit for you. We can't do Pronger, so let's do Naslin, Palfy, Markov, and Schneider. So face off here, Neuwendyk to take the draw. Let's see if he does in fact take it. 2-7, indeed he does. Home left defenseman there, Matthias Olin here with it. And Matthias Olin here, drop all 4 dice. I should, up to 14-24. Olin, I look to a 5-11 on this card. That'll be turned over to 2 right defensemen. Matthew Schneider. So Schneider here with it shorthanded. However, before I forget, Pronger, again, if Allen's penalty kill has anything to say about it, will be in the box up to the full 16-minute mark. And so let's see here for a power play line, for a power play unit for the Gongshow. Let's give this one a shot, actually, here. And I've put lines through it because it is back to Lecavalier, Rutu, and Recchi. And Shatan and Skula will get Skula rather, some ice time as well. So Schneider here has it again, up to 14:48 goes Schneider. I look to the 1-7 on his card, and he might actually be hurt. Schneider looking kind of banged up there over in the corner. Schneider, who is, let's see, so I got to look to the 0-7 here before we play forward. Real awkward time for that to happen. Not that there's ever a good one. Schneider is looking at a -1. And I should have some -1s here ready to go. So Schneider here with a -1. I'll put it on the score sheet as well. And let's see here. Schneider is here. Schneider with the -1, so I don't know. Craig Rivet, he could be chomping at the bit, itching to get out there. I think I'll do, again, I'm going to try to remain consistent, do what I've done at other times. We'll see whether or not the dice have anything to say about it really affecting Schneider's play. He's going to get to his feet. Since this is the last game, I can straight up put the -1 here in this photocopy. And Schneider as well. Well, again, I don't really need to put it on the score sheet, but I've already done it, so there it is. So, yeah, I guess we're just going to play on here, and we get a face-off. Face-off in the Goblins' end here, 3-7 on the draw. That's home left wing here, so Vincent Lecavalier with it. Luckily, I didn't actually put so much marker on those that I can't just look through and read the card pretty much as easily. Here up to 15-12 Lecavalier. I looked at the 5-10 for him, and 5-10 for him. That's only a 6, though. Let's see here, 12, but no bonuses. So that is still a shot on goal then for Vincent Lecavalier. Double checking, yeah, that's still a shot on goal for Lecavalier in the power play. He's had a half dozen of them in this game. This might be the worst of them, though. Fortunately for Brodeur, Lecavalier evidently fanning on it. 2-6 here for Brodeur. That's going to go back to Lecavalier. Not an immediate shot here. Looking to press and get another here. 1-12. 1-12. He's actually going to get it across to Tomo Rutu. And I'm not going to advance time here. Rutu, I looked at the 4-3 for him. Rutu back in the lineup. That's a shot automatically here for Tomo Rutu, his first of the night. with his limited ice time. And would you look at that? Tomo Rutu with a 1-9. That is a shot in range. Over to Brodeur we go. Over to Brodeur we go with the 3-7 on Brodeur's card. And look at that, Brodeur. He's had to make a big save on Tomo Rutu, who I should add has been very dangerous with limited ice time in this competition and series. So it's saying something that Brodeur able to keep the puck from going in after Tomo Rutu there with the scoring opportunity. Anyway, we got just a little time to go here in the 5-on-4. We looked at the 6-5, and that once again is home left wing Vincent Lecavalier here with it. They remain determined. Do the gong show here. I got a 1-8 here at the 16-minute mark, and that's just going to be... actually, no, it's been taken away. Left defenseman. Has it been taken away? Left defenseman. Double checking. Yes. So Danny Markov here with it. So a successful kill there. And actually, I'm just going to give it to Markov's even strength card. And I'm going to say in there Schneider -1, Schneidi, or Nider. So it's going to... let's see here. Yeah, we'll have these lines on actually here, and then we'll go to the tops for the final two. I think that works out, checks out. So it's going to be because the Cavalier and they had some ice time there too. So anyway, we got a 6-7 here now for Danny Markov. And that's going to be a pass. Actually, he's going to pass it across to Schneider. Schneider, who's still ailing a little bit, gives it back to him. Here at 16:48 we go. This is a 1-6 for Danny Markov. A 1-6 this time will be turned over to Matthias Olin. And Matthias Olin here with it at 17-12. We're looking to the 2-7 for Olin. And that's going to be intercepted. That's going to be a shot on goal for 1. Keith Tkachuk. They've been waiting all season for Tkachuk to produce like a prime Tkachuk. This one's going to be just a little out of range. Not a bad shot. Over the defense we go. We look to the 3-10. That gets to right wing Miro Shatan. Good rebound control there up to 17-36. Shatan with the 3-6. And that's not quite going to be able to get through to 2. Left wing here. Keith Tkachuk. Up to the 18-minute mark now goes to Chuck, this time with a 4-6. With a 4-6, thought I smelled a penalty, but not quite. So it's going to right defenseman Rob Blake. And Blake will get us to 18-24. So as Allen likes it, even though he's on the road, his request is the final shift of the period. No matter who they counter with, he wants Nash, Prier, and Dimitra. For that matter, I think I like, and Larry would agree because he picked it, we're going to get the Nieuwendyk, Zetterberg, and Iginla matchup up against who I just said there. So anyway, and somehow Blake's been out there for longer perhaps than he should have been. Blake's going to get us here at 18-24. Just in case, in order to be fair, I will switch and sub them out. They're pretty even, the top four. Anyway, Blake here with a 4-8 up to 18-24. That's going to be a shot on goal with a rebound, so Blake might feel as if he's far from done yet. His second shot of the night here. The first one, not a great shot. I got to re-roll this red 6 here down to a 4. So center here, Joe Nieuwendyk with it, who scored the first goal here of the game for the Gongshow, the icebreaker. But we got to look to clear on a 7. We do clear on a 7. Left defenseman Chris Pronger here with it. So somehow, sorry, I double shifted some defense unit somewhere. I'm going to try to be fair as always. So Chris Pronger here up to 18-48 with it. Pronger with a 5-8. And that's a P5. That's going to be a pass. He passes it across to Gongshow, who gives it back to Pronger. Pronger now, last minute of play here in the second period with a 1-7. And he gets it passed this time up to left wing Rick Nash. Boos are just resonating throughout the garden, as I like to say, just reverberating through it. It's going to be a 4-6 here, 4-5 rather, double check that on Nash's card. A 4-5. This is going to really have them in uproar. That's basically an automatic shot for Rick Nash. Rick Nash, a 3-7, though. Lettinen handles that one well. It was a decent one. And let's see what the defense is able to do with it after that with the 5-5. That is left wing Henrik Zetterberg here. 24 seconds to go. Let's see if Zetterberg can send them into second intermission happy and motivated. 5-7 for Zetterberg. A shot with a rebound, so he's going to try. That's his second shot of the night. With a 1-5, that rebound might not be necessary. Over to Brodeur we go. We look. 6-3 on Brodeur's card, and you know what? Just prior to the second intermission, no rebound necessary. That is going to be a goal. Our first goal even strength here of this game. It is Rousseau's Gongshow at the tail end of 2, taking a 2-1 lead here into the second intermission. Let's see how close we did get to the buzzer to end the second period. Just before the Zamboni comes on there, I think we're looking at a 69, which means, let's see, that's going to be 1945, so precisely 15 seconds left in the second period. Zetterberg with the goal, and let's see if he had any help on it. That could have been an individual effort there for Zetterberg. Close call there, Rick Nash, and Zetterberg evidently that lit a fire under him. Anyway, it's going to be a 6'11". Yet 6'11", I do look to the assist. A pair of them. I'm looking to the lowest with the primary. Zetterberg from Rathje with the primary, and then the second highest. So Zetterberg from Rathje, and just a second shot of the night, Rathje with the helper. And the middle there with the second one is... that's going to be Janssen, actually. So Janssen back in the lineup, and he picks up a point there for himself to his credit. So here after 40, we've got, again, I mean, this is still a very close game. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. So that is an interesting... I didn't realize... I knew that you hadn't generated much in the second, Alan. The Goblins didn't in the way of shots, but only 4 shots on goal in that second period. 3, considering that you had a couple power plays as well, that's... well, you know, I don't really need to finish that sentence. Not the best look. Anyway, 3, and then 6, that's 9, 11, 15, 16, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23. So 14, let me double check here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 13, 14. No, so 14-4. Brodeur, I guess, was the Goblins MVP there in the second period. And that's not an unusual occurrence, but still. And now I'm just thinking for the third period, let me try to... I don't know if that really does anything for the focus or not, but let's give it a shot there. There are a couple things that I can tap there on the screen that's supposed to lock in the focus for this one. So let's do this for the third period now. And with that sip, actually, that was more like a gulp than a sip, but the second intermission is over here, so... suddenly I'm bothered by what I perceive to be a little lack of symmetry for this. Let's get it right about there. I think that's more like it. Okay. In hindsight, I wouldn't have used the line there to divide, but I kind of like this, though, actually. It's straddling the line there. Maybe I could have even painted that red, or at least marked it red somehow, but I'm not going to do that. I should, though. That would have looked better in hindsight. Oh, well. Live and learn. Next time, guys. Next project. So here in the third period, and I finally remembered to change it, actually, because it said first there all the way through the second. You can barely see it anyway. Watch for a finger. So here in the third period, it's a narrow 2-1 after 2. This game's taken on a bit of a different tone. So far through 40 anyway. I think quite logically closest to game 2 of the series than any other. And... you know, after some very heated, contentious affairs in multiple ways there in games 3 and 4. Second period, though, a little more activity. And actually, who was the secondary assist? Yes, Kim Janssen. Forgot to mark him there at the bottom of the score sheet there. So Janssen, and it is 2-1 after 2. And so here to start things for the third period. Larry's team has had to play from behind a fair bit during this series. Alan's team, not so much. Let's see how Alan plays from behind here to kick off. Who knows? Will this be the final 20? I mean, the 41 through 60 wasn't the final 20 last game. Let's see what we get in this one here. Again, best of luck to both teams here, and what could be the final frame of the season remains to be seen. It's going to be a 5-4 here off the opening draw, and there is no double-A cancel out here, so just this... a double required, so we'll go to Chris Pronger here, up to 24 seconds. Pronger, I look to the 5-2, and he's turned it over here. So 5, left wing Alan McCauley. The stout defensive unit here for the Gongshow. 4-8 here for Alan McCauley. That's going to be a shot with the rebound back the other way. So Pronger coughed it up and not far. McCauley with the initial here. I'm going to use black dots here for the third period. So McCauley with the first shot on goal of the third period, not in range, but potentially a rebound. It's kicked back to right defenseman Kim Janssen. They're going to try to wrest it away from him and clear it where they are unable to. So Johnson looking to compliment his assist with a goal. And that's nothing that Brodeur can't see and stop easily enough. So back over to Brodeur here. We look 4-11. Let's see. That's going to be right wing Chatan here with it, though. First minute here, controlled by the Gongshow here in the third period with the 3-7 for Shatan. That's going to be another shot, potentially also with a rebound here. Did all four drop? That was kind of a weird drop. That was a weird drop because that's a 1-8. That's another shot in range there for Shatan. Brodeur's really got to make a big save now, and if not, I will re-roll. I'm pretty sure that was a red 6 initially. I hope it was. So over to Brodeur's card we go. We looked at the 6-8, and look at that. He's made a big save here, at least, in that shot that was in range. I'm going to use the 5 follow-up roll as well. It's back to left wing Alan McCauley. Rolling to clear here on a 7. Another dynamic save for Brodeur. I'm up to 4 for Brodeur. I've got at least 3 for Lettinen. Somehow I don't believe that. Feels like it's a little more. 4-7 on the clear. 4-7 on the 7, and technically only a 7. Oh my goodness, 4-7-2 and 4-7-3 was required. So that is a clutch clear here to Marcus Naslin. He'll try to usher it out of the past the blue line through the neutral zone. Here we got to look at a 2-6 there for Naslin's sake. And unfortunately, it was taken away, and Naslin, he must have hooked or something. So we're looking to a 2-6. Let's see here. Maybe there will be a complimentary embellishing call. No, it's just going to be a 2-minute at a highly inopportune time. I was thinking that during intermission, actually, that Zetterberg probably still with a guilty conscience that he almost threw the whole series away, the game and whole series away with a penalty in sudden death overtime in Game 4. Here, pretty unnervingly late into the contest already, I would say, given how goals have been hard to come by so far in this one here, relative to the previous two. Marcus Naslin here is taking a penalty, so this is our first thing of note here in the third period. And let's see, here we go. We're looking to a minute 19 here in period 3. Naslin for 2. Okay, so back to the power play we go. And yes, Larry, I hear you screaming Gary Roberts at me, buddy. I do. And I can't say I blame you. And you know what? This is in a clutch time like this, even if he's a little less than 100%, you go back to Madonna. Naslin is on your other penalty kill anyway. So let's see here. So we are up to, and again, if I'm not double shifting them all the time, I'm okay with the odd one. I've been making exceptions here and there. So we're going to make one now in this moment here. I really believe Madonna could do it. It's going to be here with the left wing. Gary Roberts here with it. Up to the 2-minute mark we go. Roberts, I looked to a 6-7 on his card. Oh, he narrowly avoids a penalty himself here. That's just going to be a pass. Actually, the point man Zetterberg here. Hero of the hour, Zetterberg. No time elapsed. So I look to the 112. That's going to be a shot for Zetterberg. Looking to do what he did there at the end of 2, but with the 5-9, he doesn't get a good shot off there. So over to the Goblins penalty kill. We look here for their efforts. It's going to be a 5-5 vacant position. Brodeur will hold on to it here, taking no risks. So that's going to be a 5-5 in the draw, actually. 5-5 in the draw. That'll be center home with it. So that's actually Joe Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk here up to 224, and that is a 4-8 for Nieuwendyk at 224, which is a shot with the rebound. Could be worse. Joe Nieuwendyk here, just his second of the night, so he's batting 1,000, and with the 2-8 on the power play, he's put another one in range. Let's see if Brodeur can make another big game-saving stop with a 1. He's done it. Marty Brodeur has done it here. Wow, he's up to 5. MVP of this game, win or lose. This could be like a 7-1 hockey game, if not for Marty Brodeur. Okay, so Brodeur with the big save. He's dialed in. He's been dialed in all season. Well, pretty much all season. And pretty much all playoffs long. So anyway, I did say a 4-8. I did say with the rebound. I looked at the red 3. Sorry if I didn't have to re-roll the red, but I did. It wasn't the first time. Won't be the last either. To Aginla. Looking to clear. I'm pretty sure that Rive, let me double check Rive's clearing is, what am I doing here? Rive, I'm pretty sure clears on, on a 4, just the same, just double checking there. So that's going to be cleared anyway. That's a good clear, actually. So that goes to a right defenseman, actually. So don't put Rive's card away yet. Rive here, could he be the hero of the hour after Zetterberg? Be the hero of this one. We look to the 5. He's going to get the neutral zone face-off, and you know what? Pretty useful at a time like this, I would argue. Could roll and do a fair bit worse there with the 6-8. That's going to be left wing power play. That would be one Gary Roberts here. At the 312 mark, Roberts, I'm looking to the 3-7 for his sake. That's going to be a shot with a rebound for the always dangerous with the man advantage, Gary Roberts. With a 2-3, that's going to be blocked. A real critical block here. That goes, it's been blocked by Rive. He is the hero. That goes up to Mike Madonna. That was a shot in range that was blocked, boys. Up to 336 with the 5-5 there. Madonna just trying to eat this. He's going to eat it with a shot, actually. Mike Madonna here, shorthanded. Wouldn't that be something? Madonna here shorthanded. That's actually similarly. No, it's not blocked. It's screened, but it's not in range. So to the defense we go. We're going to get back to 5-on-5 here. And just for 24 seconds, I'll leave on who we have on. So we have to look here to the defense. I looked at the 5-11 there on Lettinen's card. 5-11. I see left defenseman Chris Pronger here with it. So here we go with the 2-5 there for Chris Pronger with the 2-5 and the P4. That's going to be a pass. Let's see. He gets it up to left wing Keith Tkachuk. And so we're at the 4-minute mark now. Now what I'm going to do, because I know at some point in the second, Larry's must have double shifted, or at least it seems like that they were on there a little long. Let's allow a double shift here for the top defense unit in the third period. Up to Tkachuk. Tkachuk will get us to 4:24, and then he'll head off. And so Tkachuk here at 4:24, I got to look to the 3-4 first. That's simply turned over. That's a red 5 showing, so that's turned over to right wing. Again, that won't be Miroslav Shatan. I think what we'll do now is just go top and top. Well, actually, no, you know what? LeCavalier, I mean, Roberts was just out there, but it's been almost 3-time sequences, basically 3-time sequences. Let's get to Ribeiro, Kovalev, and Konowalchuk, because the bench might shorten as the period progresses depending on what happens here. So I did say right wing, so it's right wing Mark Recchi here with it. And Recchi here, I got to look here. We got the 6-8 here for Mark Recchi with the 6-8, and that's a 10. That's going to be a shot on goal just barely here for Mark Recchi. We are at 4:48. Sorry about that. So Mark Recchi here at about 4:48 with his first shot of the night. Looking to a 3-8, not quite in range. Over to Brodeur. We go and look here with the 3-3 for Marty Brodeur. Left wing Gary Roberts. Up to the 5-12 we go here. Roberts with a 6-7. 6-7 for Roberts, turned over. 3, Mike Ribeiro here at 5:36. Ribeiro looking to a 6-12 for him. Also unable to get through there. Mark Recchi with it, some stalemate hockey here. That would suit the Gongshow just fine. It's going to be 5-6 here, 8. So he has turned it over this time. 4, center Mike Ribeiro. He's going to tread water here on ice while the teams change. And let's go to Nieuwendyk, Zetterberg, and again, meaning that Briere's itching to go and about to head on here up to 6:24. Though Ribeiro trying to make something happen and make the most of it. And how many times has this happened in the game? He's out there 24 seconds trying to change on the fly, and Ribeiro's going to be okay. So Mike Ribeiro just sort of limps off, and let's go to Briere, Nash, and Pavel Dimitra here. Okay, I have another sip here actually. It's cold in this room, but all the ice is gone. Anyway, face-off in the Goblins end here at 6:24 roughly. So we get a 4-9 in that face-off, which I've looked at before. That means across to Danny Markov. It was already almost there. Up to 6:48 we go with it. We get a 2-7 here for Danny Markov, and that's going to be an interception and a shot on goal. Again, back to Mike Ratchie. Mike Ratchie here with his second shot of the game. First shot of the third period, 4-5 in the shot, not in range. What can the Goblins defense do with it, trying to handle it here? I got to look to the 4-7. 4-7 Brodeur will freeze, actually. Doesn't want to, again, take any chances. So another face-off here that we get here. It's 6:48, rather. I think I said 4:48. I meant 6. 6-7. So, again, Danny Markov with it. Markov with his second try here at 7:12, looking to the 6:10, and unfortunately unable to get through. That goes to right defenseman Kim Janssen. Janssen here at 7:36. I got a 4-8 here for Kim Janssen, and again unable. So mutually again canceling one another out. Janssen back to Markov here. Some back and forth here in the neutral zone. 3-7. 3-7. That's going to be a shot with a rebound. So Markov now, something's materialized for him. And that is a 3-6 there in the initial shot, but potentially with a rebound, we re-roll. That rolls out to a 2, so it's going to be center Daniel Briere here with it, because the initial red was a 6. Looking to clear here on a 9, able to clear on a 9, so actually technically an 8, but quite sure that would still, yes, that still checks out. So over to 3 left wing Henrik Zetterberg here. Big applause for Zetterberg. Zetterberg in this quick shift. Wow, I can't believe it went by up to 1824. So to 6, Zetterberg gets it back to Mike Rathje. He's going to head off here. I think it's time for the Madden line to come on. They're going to come on to quite the tumultuous applause as well. Things are getting pretty boisterous here at the Garden. And I guess we go to Madonna, to Chuck, and Naslin line. So similarly, just as fast as they come on to cheers, they come on to jeers and boos. And I guess cheers would be more for when the home team is shanking it. But to a chorus of boos anyway, we go. And Rathje here. Rathje? This feels like they've been on already for a while. Anyway, executive decision if not. So McCauley here with it, I guess, or no, it was back to left defenseman, so Olin. That's what happened here. So at 8:24, goodness, okay. I'm going to keep it at 8:24, and I guess I've got some special teams paper on my hands. That happens from time to time, too. So here, this game is just so intense, it's taking the paint right off the dice. Up to 8:48 here, Olin, I guess I'm looking to a 5:11. No, that's been turned over to 3 right wing here. Marcus Naslin. To be honest, I'm feeling a bit nervous and tense here, just trying to be careful. Again, it's kind of the end of the day. I guess I'm not quite tip-top, not 100%, but I'll sleep better having done this. 3:10 here for Marcus Naslin, right? That's a 9, so we're looking that's going to be turned over to 3 right wing Miro Shatan. Again, just trying to be careful here. 9:12. Hopefully, maybe I've lagged a little bit here. Not hopefully I've lagged, but maybe I have. 3-9 there for Miro Shatan. It's going to be a 6 there in his card. That's going to be turned over to 4 left defenseman Chris Pronger. Up to the 9:36 mark. We go here with the 1-9 for Chris Pronger. And that's going to get through. That pass up to Keith Tkachuk here at the 10-minute mark. 10 minutes to go here. Let's see here. 4-3. Gongshow waiting with bated breath. Keith Tkachuk will be able to get another pass off successfully back to Chris Pronger. So, maybe for one final shift here, Ribeiro, rather, because he's pretty capable offensively, as is Kovalev, and Konowalchuk, and, well, I think I was just about to say Kovalev twice. So, and then we'll get the other defense units on there. So, away we go here with Pronger up to 10:24. Pronger trying to do it himself here. First overall pick. That is a tilted die. We go again. Doesn't happen too often here with this tower, so it's going to be in this tray. 5-4 there for Chris Pronger. That is intercepted. That's a shot on goal from Mark Recchi following the interception. Pronger heads off there a bit awkwardly in embarrassment. Not a great shot. Similarly embarrassing for Mark Recchi, his second of the night. So over to Broder. We look here. Let's see, 1-9. Broder's going to hold on to it. So we get another face-off here. We're looking to the 2-9. That is left wing here. Visitor Steve Konowalchuk. Konowalchuk here at 10:48 with the 5-6. And that's going to be, let's see, that's going to be a shot on goal for Steve. Konowalchuk here, still just the 1-goal lead. I know Konowalchuk had one in range earlier. Only have him down for 1 shot, which feels a little strange. Sorry if I missed a shot. Anyway, this one not quite in range. Over to Kari Lehtinen we go. Here we got a 6-10 there for Lehtinen's sake. He's going to get it to center. Vincent Lecavalier up to a minute 12 now with Lecavalier in the 3-3 and the H8. Oh, goodness, math time. Okay, that's going to be a shot on goal here for Lecavalier. That is number 7 of the night for Vincent Lecavalier. And let's see here. Lecavalier with a 2-4. That shot on goal with the 2-4. That's in range. Okay, over to Broder. We look with the 2-10 with the 2-10. And Vincent Lecavalier has made this a 3-1 hockey game. And the Gong Show is flipping out. Eerie silence on my part there, I guess, because I'm just trying to... wow, this has been so close now for several games. Really, when is the last time... I actually have the answer to this. Allen had a 3-1 lead in Game 3. That is the last time. That's a stat that I should have went through in the pre-game show. Or the preview or whatever, is that last time that either of these teams, I'm quite certain of that, since Game 1, the last time there would have been a lead of more than 1 goal by either team against the other was Game 3. The Goblins up 3-1 at one point, and then Gongshow came back and tied. Of course, Goblins won that one in the end. Anyway, Vincent Lecavalier here. We'll get the time of the goal, and then we'll get assists. So Lecavalier here, I'm looking at 10:56 for Vincent Lecavalier. That's another even strength goal. And assisting on that goal is, I looked at 3-3. 2 assists, I'm looking low, high. Low is Rathje. I think he's picking up another helper. And high on this line is Recce. So here I think I said 10:56. Le Cavalier from Rathje and Recce. Okay, another sip, guys. Sorry. I'm in no rush to get through the end of this one, this project. It's been 4 months. There toward the end of April when I made the initial announcement. The draft was through the bulk of May. Closer to June when I started playing these out, so really closer to like 3-ish months. But anyway, it could all come down to this. Let's see here. So we're mid-shift. We're going to leave on who we have on here. 6-3, 6-3. Actually, no, sorry. I will keep the 6-3. I'm still going to assume a timeout here. 6-3 again. I'm gonna get a little coachier, I guess, with Alan's team here. I'm gonna do my best. I really want to, I've been given instructions from Larry and get carte blanche a little bit more here with Alan's team. But home left defenseman has won the draw, so Rathje here with it. But I will assume, even though it's mid-shift, maybe this is. Maybe this is where I give you this line. Nash and Dimitra try to get going against the line that Nash isn't scrapping with and scrumming with. So anyway, here we go. Rathje up to 11:36 with the 5-6. And that is turned over to 2. 2 is right wing Pavel Dimitra. Dimitra here up to the 12-minute mark here with the 4-12. 12 with the 4-12. Dimitra doesn't see a good shot. He gets it back to Matthew Schneider. And I think what I'll do here, and I'm gaming this a little bit, I know, I'm going to go to Nieuwendyk, Zetterberg, and Iginla. I'm going to leave them on. And after Schneider rolls, we'll switch it out to the tops defensively. Here at 12:24, a 4-6 for Matthew Schneider. A 4-6 for Matthew Schneider. He's angry, he's frustrated, he's hurt, he's taken a 2-minute minor. He might not be the only one, though. For his sake, hopefully he isn't. He's taken exception to something. That's an odd 12. Hopefully he's not kicked out of it. He wants to finish this game on the ice. He's almost kicked out. That was a 1-7. His misconduct rating is a 1-5. So Matthew Schneider, however, I should try to quit picking at lint, paper lint. Matthew Schneider here is going to the box here. What time? Probably just after the 12-minute mark there. That is at 12:08. At 12:08, a minute 12 after the 3-1 goal there. It is Matthew Schneider going to the box here for a couple. At which point, I do want to point out here, because I'm trying to maintain the interest here and competitive interest, I know you have at least 2 shorthanded goals in this competition, Alan. But Alan, who I've seen quoted in other streams, is saying that a penalty in the third period should be assessed just the same as one in the first. That's Alan's philosophy when it comes to hockey. He doesn't like it when referees tuck their whistles away. So, yeah, or pocket them otherwise. So, okay. I think I've got to give you Modano and Konowalchuk. Konowalchuk's been pretty hot this game. He's been getting close. Modano, because it's Mike Modano, no other explanation needed. And you just came on with Nieuwendyk, Zetterberg, and Iginla, so we're going to permit all of them. So here we go. I think this is so close to the end anyway that any matchup will suffice. I'm not looking at fatigue. I don't normally anyway. I will do this just to remember. And so we get a 2-5 here in this all-important draw. With the 2-5, it's going to be home right defenseman Matthias Ohlund here with it. Gongshow up by 2. This is a rare thing in this series to have a multi-goal lead. We have a 5-7 here for Matthias Ohlund. And that is going to be actually, as I've been playing it, because I've been playing it incorrectly, and I'm going to do it here too, interception and a shot on goal for right wing Mike Modano. Mike Modano with a 1-7, but his shorthanded range is a 1-5. And if you don't believe me that I made that mistake, I made it last game. So there, and I know I've made it at other times. That's not supposed to be. That's supposed to be a pass for the power play. Anyway, Modano almost but not quite putting it in range, giving Larry and the Gongshow a scare. There was no rebound or anything on that, though. That was a straight interception with a shot on goal. I like playing it that way anyway. It's a little more dramatic. So anyway, over to the defense, I guess I have to go now, don't I? Uh, yes, with the 5-8. That's right. How do I play this game again? Joe Newendike here with it. Up to 13-12. Goes Newendike here. I look to a 5-10. And Joe Newendike here with a 5-10. That'll be a face-off in the neutral zone, which Newendike will welcome normally. 1-6. Yeah, left-wing power play. He wins it to Roberts here. His ex-teammate in Calgary. They were teammates again in Toronto at the time of this. Here at 13:36 with the 4-9, Gary Roberts. And he'll get the pass. Across the right wing there, Jerome McGinley. Jerome McGinley, Mr. Calgary now in 2005. And that's going to be possibly an automatic shot for Iginla. I looked at the 5-7. That will be a shot actually automatically. So Iginla with a 1-6 here in the power play. His first shot all game. Iginla, who scored the game-tying marker in Game 4, really wants to make this one count here in the power play. Brodeur's got to make a big save here to try to keep them in the game. We look at Brodeur. We look at a 1-9 on Brodeur's card, and unfortunately, just a little too late, not quite enough on it. So here on the power play, it is giving the Gongshow some room to breathe here. I mean, it's been close but tense. They've been cautiously optimistic. But here at 13, let's get the exact time of the goal. After Madonna almost scored going this way shorthanded, Iginla, enough's enough Iginla. So 13-20. 13-20, Jerome Iginla now in back-to-back games has scored very timely, very critical goals. And this one coming on the power play. Power play goals have been a story in this series. They do comprise half your goals scored here still in this game, Larry, for what you have said critically of your power play unit there. Anyway, so Iginla with the power play marker. David Lee Roth's been working on that a lot in practice with them. So it's going to be a 2-3-4. Who knew that David Lee Roth knew hockey so well? It is the honorary member of Van Halen, Jerome Iginla, there at Roth's instruction. And so the 4-8. 4-8 is second highest and then highest. Second highest and then highest. That's Roberts and Zetterberg. So Zetterberg with another point. Roberts with a helper. Roberts and Zeberg. It basically becomes Zeberg in the third period, okay. Zetterberg looking at a 3-point night now, actually. I forgot he already had an assist. And a 13-20, so I'm not going to do anything crazy like pull your goalie, but it's back to 5-on-5 anyway here at, and I do have to actually erase, because that almost distracted me. I almost slid the pawn back like 10 minutes. All right. So back to 5-on-5 we go. Mike Modano begging to get out there, and I will allow it. Mike Modano is coming out on the ice right now. And it's been a while since we've heard from Madden, Shatan, and McCauley. They're out there to accompany and accommodate and irritate and aggravate and just do anything they can to prevent the Goblins from getting one back here late. So the Goblins, the Nature Boys know the Goblins can put a few up in a hurry. I mean, I won't kid you. This, over-ish, you might describe it. It's looking, but never say never. Anyway, so it's going to be 3-11 here. 3-11, 3-11. That's going to be the center here. John Madden with it here after the draw. Here at 13:36, up to the 14-minute mark. I'll play these lines to 16, I guess. So 3-6 there for John Madden. 3-6, that's going to be an automatic shot for John Madden here late. John Madden still trying to put an exclamation mark on this one with a 1-6. That was before I even saw the 1-6. So over to Brodeur we go. Brodeur, I'm looking to the 2-4 for Brodeur, and you know what? This happened in Game 1. Just a bit of a late collapse here for Brodeur. And if this were real, another thing, I'm not yanking Brodeur. And Alan, I apologize if you want me to put Cloutier in at this point. I know you said pull Brodeur if you're down by 3. Maybe I should. I don't. It feels weird at this point. It does feel really weird to pull Brodeur. Sorry if you would have wanted him pulled after the what am I trying to say here? The when he was down by 3, but I mean, it's Marty Brodeur, this guy. And honestly, Cloutier surrenders in the same role. Cloutier, I wanted to double check there. I'm glad that I did. I'm glad about that. Not glad about this, because I've said so many times I like them close and competitive. Dan Cloutier here would have surrendered a goal just the same. So I feel like, again, Brodeur at this point, he's really been your showstopper. I don't want to say he's I mean, come on, there were some games that I outshot you by a wide margin. That Broder really, not to like make excuses or anything for my team's early exit, but Brody's your guy. He's your guy. So you know, yeah, that's the sword you die on, I guess. Broder is the hill you die on. Anyway, up to 14 minutes. So that was a quick goal. We had a couple there within a minute, though. Would Broder want to exit, though? I don't think he would. I don't think he'd even let it happen. Anyway, sorry, let me try to get my stuff together here. Let's see, that's a 6 and a 10, so I'm looking at 46 here. So 2 goals in 26 seconds. No other way to put it other than that is not a good look. And whereas I would normally get really excited about a Madden goal because he has a tendency to score them clutch, this one's somewhat anticlimactic with what's gone on here in the past minute. So here with a 6-6, though, for the assist, we try to be professional. We try to play it out here and be respectful. For the second highest, even Macaulay, odd Shatan. That's going to be Shatan here with the primary assist and Blake with the secondary. So Madden from Shatan and Blake. Madden from Shatan and Blake. Here at 1346. Okay. Let's see here. I'm thinking. I don't know. Do you go for broke with 6 minutes to go? And then suddenly it's like a 7-1 freaking hockey game, right? So what you do is you change lines. And Nieuwendyk, Zetterberg, and Iginla are going to come on now. They're going to keep why fix what isn't broken. It's Allen's philosophy. It's Larry's here. The minus that goal was enough to knock the -1 off Matthew Schneider. Anyway, we're going to get a face-off here at 14 minutes, and it's Joe Nieuwendyk taking the draw. Here we go with the 4-8. That is going to be right wing home. Nieuwendyk wins it to Iginla. Let's see if the Gongshow will be somewhat merciful here at 4:24. Here with the 2-6, Jerome Iginla. Nope, has a shot on goal. Jerome Iginla here with just his second shot of the night. He's batting 1,000 so far. This is the second shot in the third period with the 3-9. That's actually just barely out of his super high range. So over to Broder we go. Broder with the 6-4. He's going to hold on to it. And you know what? Somewhat respect. I think this air of respect. I think the Gongshow realizes Broder's outstanding performance. He's also a big reason, I think, why this is in Game 5. Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot here now. I'll try to tone it down here a little bit. 210 as I try to narrate here. That's going to be center Joe Nieuwendyk here with it. Up to 14:48. And we're going to get a 1-7 on Joe Nieuwendyk's card, and that's going to be turned over to right wing Pavel Demitra. Here at 15-12, Pavel Demitra with the 4-6. The 4-6 and the D7. He can't get through. It's the right defenseman, Kim Janssen here at 15:36. Janssen with the 3-11. With the 3-11 penalty, if visitor turned over, if not the center, Daniel Briere. Here up to the 16-minute mark, Briere with the 1-6. Boy, that'd be good on a shot. Unfortunately, Briere tries to fire it deep and ends up icing it. So they didn't beat out the icing. So we're going to get a line change here, as I always do. I'm just going to allow both teams to change. You need Mike Modano, and more Mike Modano. You need him to find that fire, that fury from earlier in the postseason that terrorized the Nature Boys. Had them seeing Modano number 9 there in their sleep. Anyway, I think I'll do a rare shift again. I'm not trying to whatever, but let's let Roberts, Lecavalier, and Recchi have a shift against this line just to see what happens. Much to Larry's chagrin here and let's just see what we get here. So we're looking to a 2-7 here on the draw. A 2-7, it's going to be home left defenseman Matthias Oland here with it. Here at 16:24, Oland, I look to the 110. To the 110, that's a pass automatically across the right defenseman, Rob Blake, playing keep away with it now. Here, a 4-4 for Rob Blake. 4-4 for Rob Blake. That will be turned over to 6. Left defenseman, Chris Pronger here. 17-12, Chris Pronger looking to the 3-8. And that is a penalty if visitor. So whether or not it's over and done, Chris Pronger sort of feels as if it is. But, again, I have to roll and double check now. Let's see. Maybe we got a fight or something here in the final game. No. No, that's just going to be a straight 2-minute minor to Chris Pronger. So Chris Pronger here, the exact time of the penalty, we're looking at 7 and 12. So we're looking at full 24 there at 17-12. For Pronger, headed to the box for a pair. And again, maybe a line at this point that hasn't seen as much ice time. You need goals. You're down, you need goals. You're going Naslin, Palfy, Markov, Schneider. And you're going with Lecavalier. Yeah, this line here, for something different. So here at 17-12. I don't know. Do you pull and play 5 on 5? Hard to say. Kovalev's been your typical point man here. Who won the draw? Who won the draw? Let's see here. I got to look like I tried, right? Because, again, I don't think you're going to score 4 in this time, 5 and 5, so whatever. It's going to be here at 2-5. That's going to be home right defenseman here with it. Martin, Skula. Anyway, Skula here with it, and a 3-4, a 3-4 here. That's going to be, I'm gonna game it. That's going to be an interception with a shot on goal here. I don't care that they're on the power play. Maybe that's a little rule that I just love breaking. Oh, but it's vacant. I can't break that one. So Skula there, he gets away with one here. It's up to 17:36 technically. Up to the 8-minute mark. I can't really pull. Wait, who actually won the... No, that's right. So if you won the draw, so no, Kovalev's not out there yet. Sorry, buddy. 210, 210, 210. That's turned over to 6. But center, so it's vacant. Hold on. Sorry, I correct that. I apologize. Left wing. So Marcus Naslin here with it at the 18-minute mark. Kovalev will step on. Actually, you know what? Who am I kidding? Madonna will step on. Geez, if this were real, I mean, no disrespect to Kovalev, but I think y'all get the idea here, if you know anything about what's gone on here. So Naslin here, I believe at the 18-minute mark here, 3-6. That's going to be an automatic shot here for Naslin. An automatic shot for Naslin, and it is a 1-9, so credit to them. They're trying. It's Naslin's first shot of the night. Lack of shots for the Goblins has been a story here. The Gongshow very defensively sound. Over to Lettinen we go. Does he have a big save in him? That's a 2-12. That's a 2-12. That's an odd one. Penalty shot one, but I'm pretty sure if the condition's not met. I'm 99% sure, but I'm just double checking anyway. I'm pretty sure that's just a save and a face-off and a re-roll there. Pretty darn sure. Yeah, because it is. It's a save, and there's no penalty or penalty shot. So let's, on top of things here, done well in this game by the Gongshow, let's give Lettinen another save in range, at least 4 that I've counted for him. Marcus Naslin, he got damn close, and we're going to get another draw here. Let's see who wins it here. So we look to the 211, to the 211. That's going to be visitor left defenseman here, Danny Markov, because Pronger's in the box, up to 18-24. Markov with the 2-4. Turned over to 5. Meaning left wing Vincent Lecavalier. You did win the draw, so as I usually play it, I'm assuming it's Madonna and not Brodeur. So at 18:48 here, we have a 1-4 for Vincent Lecavalier. That's a max shot. And that is... Actually, no. That is blocked. Wow, somebody with a timely block here. We'll say it was Matthew Schneider, and let's see the 3. 3 is the center, so Lecavalier gets it back. Schneider there with the big block, so no shot gets through. Wow, there you go. What a save, Matthew Schneider. 2-3. 2-3 there. Pass. Lecavalier pass automatically. Actually, he'll pass it to Rutu and get it back here at 19-12. So I guess we're back to 6 on 5. And let's see here. I think probably... I don't know, man. I don't know. Nash, Dimitra. Again, I'm just doing my best. I'm pretending you have time, whether you have it or not. And Madonna, maybe we do this, the top line of Madonna for the 6th. I don't care how long he's been out there. I think he deserves it. I think he's earned it. So anyway, Vincent, I'm pretty sure Larry would agree. Here at 1936 with the 5-6 for Vinny, a 5-6 and a D7. So he's turned it over this time. He doesn't get a shot through. It goes to Rick Nash. Public enemy number 1 here with it. 24 seconds to go. Is he even going to try to score or do something else with his stick? Here with the 4-10, Rick Nash, the 9. I'm not going to do the math too closely. I don't even have it here, even strength. I'm pretty sure that gets through anyway. So Nash here with a shot on goal at 2.7. His range is at 2.10. So over to Lettinen. We look, Lettinen with a 2.6. And Lettinen capitalizes and ends this game with a big save. How many times I've overused the word uproar. So, wow. I really, I don't know. I didn't want to do this because I didn't want to feel like I was favoring either side. I was gonna. The intro to Unchained doesn't sound too good on an acoustic guitar anyway, and it's not so tuned up. So here, let me strum it quietly. And especially now that I'm nervous and my hands are cold. Yeah, that's terrible, but and actually the down tune there, it isn't in anyway, sorry about that. Here, I'll pretend I'll just use other strings. I don't know if you can even hear that actually, if that's picking up, but now, come on. Sorry, I'm completely crapping out on the spot because I'm a bit nervous. I was playing around there with it recently with, at least with the intro for Unchained. Again, this is an old, cheap, dusty old acoustic guitar, so sorry about that, but... yeah. Okay, so there you go. Spoiler post-game ceremony was something that I might even edit out. I just didn't know what to do. Again, I'm speechless, kind of for different reasons and in different ways. This one here was not, I mean, again, you can't be spoiled time and again. I've said this before, but after games 2 through 4, unfortunately it is. With the unfortunately, I just mean unfortunately again. It's not unfortunate that either team has won. I would argue that it's how it has happened. So the climax of the series was really games 2 through 4, and really it just kept building and building and building there to the end of game 4. And for that matter, to be fair, through 2, this was double checking here. This was a 2-1 hockey. This was a tie game through 39 minutes and 45 seconds. So. Congratulations. I guess I didn't really have a post-game speech prepared or anything like that, but hopefully as well the guitar didn't pick up too much in the microphone because that was terrible. That was Donkey's cousin. And yeah, I'm embarrassed, but these digits are kind of frozen as well. So so that was that. And what else can I say here? Congratulations, I guess, is outstanding if I haven't said it already. And so, yeah, they're each, they're taking a... I'm not going to extend this video by having them. I thought it was really neat actually, when P-Jet with the little hockey blast card there put Jeffrey on in the cup and just sort of skated the cup around. I'm not going to do anything like that here. The Bones cards are a bit big for that. Again, I said this pregame, but I think it's worth repeating. Thank you to, especially, of course, to Oli, Brian, Alan, Ken, of course. Sorry, buddy, Ken. And of course, Larry as well. Larry, buddy, I'll be in touch with you. As you know, there's a little prize here I'm offering up, and I was even thinking about this today. I'm going to throw in another season with it, so you'll be on the hook to print it. I don't need anybody's personal information, but I'm going to, and I'm going to say this here on record. I'll get in touch with Tim, Dave, Drive-Thru Cards, whoever I need to route when I get those PDFs. Even though that'll go through my PayPal account, I'll make sure that those files are routed to your email and not to mine. So I'm going to give you the season of your choosing, and then I'm going to follow up with the season of my choosing, depending on who you actually choose here. So anyway, again, congratulations. And it goes without saying, Alan, this was an absolutely fantastic run. You were up against the Nature Boys in round 1. If we're being honest, I don't think it's too arrogant to say that you probably thought like, oh, well, boy, there goes my whatever. The Nature Boys, all arrogance aside, had objectively finished first overall. You pulled off the upset in really smoking fashion. And then in the final, right after surrendering the initial game 7-2, maybe thinking like, oh, well, okay, different round, different matchup or whatever. And then to come back, win the next 2, 46 seconds removed from just taking 3 straight and taking the whole series. 46 seconds away from what would have, I guess, kind of been a sweep after game one, so a late sweep if that's a thing. But still, very good effort, excellent drafting. And guys, I don't know what else I can say about this. Thank you so much. Well, I guess I kind of do. I'm not. I don't have to do anything like party like it's 63 because I did that other video earlier for the WHL. But maybe to end this project with a tease, I will say that even if it goes a little more solo than social, at least immediately going forward, I don't really feel like this is the end of something like this, but a beginning. So, all right, cheers, thanks, and bye for now.